Hi everyone. For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to share with you on ArcGIS Pro. So we will start with one of the most FAQ on switching from ArcMap to ArcGIS Pro is how can I adapt to the new environment without having to start from scratch? Okay, and knowing that some of you might be a little bit afraid to switch from ArcMap to ArcGIS Pro, so in this session, I will focus on how easy it is to switch from ArcMap to ArcPro and leveraging all the knowledge and experience that you have gained in ArcGIS Desktop. So to do this, I will separate this session into 4 categories, which is how to get started to this product, editing and map layout in ArcGIS Pro, the license option that we have in Pro, lastly is about what's new in 2.2 version. So how to get started with this product? So basically, there are 2 options for you to get started to this product. So first is to start from scratch. So basically, ArcGIS Pro will help you to manage the resources that you have in a work project. So it will create one project file that we call as .aprx file. Okay, .aprx file. So this project will contain your maps, your scene, layout, data, tools, and other items that you have. This project also can contain the connection to your database, the connection to your folder, and also connection to your servers if you have. Okay, and our content can be added from the online portal if you have ArcGIS Online portal for ArcGIS, and you can also add ArcGIS Living Atlas of the World data to ArcGIS Pro. Okay, so the second option is to import the existing MSD document that you have in your organization to ArcGIS Pro. So basically, most of the functionality that you have seen in ArcMap is also available in ArcGIS Pro. So the challenge is to find the similar commands and to follow the similar workflow in the redesigned application. Sebab rupa dia dah lain sangat ArcMap dan juga ArcPro. So for example, a data frame, as you know in ArcMap, is now called maps in ArcGIS Pro. So for starts, you may refer to the guides that Esri shared to you. So one of it is ArcGIS Pro Terminology Guide to dig more information on this. Okay, so we will proceed with demonstration. Okay, so I will start with creating a blank project in Pro. So this is the look and feel when you launch ArcGIS Pro. So basically, a project must exist before you can start your work in Pro. Okay, so when you create a project in Pro, what will happen is that it will create for you a geodatabase and also a toolbox in your home folder. So bila kita pergi dekat the Arc catalog there, so you can see here is your home folder and it will create for you one geodatabase and also a toolbox. So drop down menus, toolbar, and dialog boxes that you have seen in Pro are now replaced with pane. So we call this as catalog pane, P-A-N-E. Okay, pane, this is content pane, and also ribbons up here. So this is all the ribbons in ArcGIS Pro. Okay, so for you to start with ArcGIS Pro, what you can do is you can add a 2D or 3D scenes in ArcGIS Pro, and you can start to add your data and manipulate it as usual by using all the ribbons that you have here in Pro. So for existing desktop user, what you can do is you can import the existing map document, which is .mxd, and you have in your organization to Pro. So how to do that? So you can go to Insert Ribbon here, and then you can import to the file in your desktop or on your server, and just browse it. Okay, so what will happen is that ArcGIS Pro will import all the things to this project file, and if you have multiple data frames in your MXD, it will become a separate map. So we can see, okay, let me just delete this first. So if I go to the catalog pane here, okay, so each of my data frame will become separate map in ArcGIS Pro, and if I have create a layout in MSD, it will also import it for me. Okay, so what I'm done here is I'm importing one MSD to ArcGIS Pro, which contain 2 data frame or maps we call in Pro, and 1 layout. So you have 1 layout and 2 maps in project file. Okay, so there is a notification up here, kecil sini, the bell here, okay, to see the progress of importing process. So in indicator will be appear, exclamation mark, okay, if any, if you are not able to import your MSD to ArcGIS Pro. So what you need to do is you have to repoint all the layers that you have. So in this case, if I see the results, so I'm able to import all the things to ArcGIS Pro. Okay, so we will proceed with the second agenda, which is on editing. So basically, ArcGIS Pro allow you to create and modify a 2D and 3D features. So you are able to create a 3D features from scratch, or you can import a 3D models if you have, and you can extrude a 2D features that you have, and you can do editing while preserving the existing attribute that you have. And all the editing in ArcGIS Pro can be done in geodatabases, feature services, shape files, and you can also do editing in the collector apps on a mobile device. Okay, so before I proceed with the demonstration, let me just refresh on the basic editing workflow that every ArcMap user does. Okay, so in ArcMap, when we want to do editing, okay, if we have a different data source, means that data kita daripada dua database yang berbeza, what we have to do is we have to select which database that we want to edit. Okay, and then we will go to the editing toolbar and start edit. Kan? Oh, dia angguk tu, betul. Okay. And then what we'll do is that you go to the feature template and choose the construction tools. Polygon, auto-complete polygon, point, and so on. And then you start to sketch. Okay, and then you will update the attribute and then save and stop the edit. Okay, so that is in ArcMap. So let's see how we can do editing in ArcGIS Pro. So here I have a map of KLCC area. So basically, ArcGIS Pro enable you to view a 2D view or 3D scenes, or you can also display it synchronously like this. Okay, and editing can be performed with this ribbon that we call as edit. So bila nak buat editing, you go to edit ribbon. Okay, so an edit session will automatically started when you start to create and or if you do editing. So let's say we start with creating a 2D features in 2D view. Okay, so here I have a building footprint here. Okay, let me just go to this bookmark first. Okay, so let's say that, besar sikit. Okay, so let's say that I want to update for this area, the building footprint. Okay, so in the edit ribbon, I go to create and just select the features that I want to update. And when I sketch in 2D view, you can see that it also update in my 3D view. Can you see it? Yeah, 2D and 3D. And if you want to update the attribute, just go to up here, attribute, and you can edit the attribute accordingly. Finish, you just click finish here, or you can press F2 on your keyboard. Okay, so this is finish, for example. So done with 2D. And let's say that I want to update a 3D features in Pro. So how can I do it? So let me just paint. So you can use C in your keyboard to paint. So C. Okay. So if we see here that we have one feature class that called proposed building. So let's say that I want to propose a new building in this parking area, and I want it to be in 3D view. So how can I do it? So let me just tilt it a bit so that we can see when I extrude the building itself. And then just select the proposed building, and I can start to sketch it on my map and just extrude it. Okay. And then if I want ada bentuk sikit, then I can have it here and naikkan sikit if I want to. And bila dah sudah, just click finish here. And if I clear my view, so you can see that I have created a 3D scenes. Okay, one 3D blocks in my ArcGIS Pro. So basically, the edit session will stop when I click save or if I discard my editing. So let me just click save here. So it will save my edits and any editing or creating a map layout after this will resume an edit session after this. So you have seen me creating a 2D and 3D views. So let's see how I can do editing in ArcGIS Pro. Okay, so let me just close this first and open a new map. So we have map here. Map is data view. Okay, so basically I have this. Okay, so in ArcGIS Desktop, there are 3 options for you to do editing. Node topology, map topology, and also geodatabase topology. So in this session, I will show you on the map topology. So basically, topological editing automatically modifies any adjacent features that share coincident boundary. So what it will do is it will preserve the connectivity when you do your editing, when you finish your edits. Okay, so in edit session, make sure that I choose the map topology. So let's say that I want to update this land use area according to the base map underneath it. Okay, so nampak ada perubahan sikit kat sini kan. So how we can do it? So in the edit ribbon, you just go to modify. So it will list out all the tools that you can use for you to modify your feature. Okay, so we will start with reshape. Okay, so I want to reshape in this area. Nampak tak? Okay. So just select on the reshape. So I want to select the edge. So when I select the edge, so in map topology, when you select a feature, it will be magenta. With no topology, it will be cyan. Okay, so this is magenta, so I want to edit this one. So just click reshape and so you can see it. All the coincidence geometry will be fixed together. Okay, so C, you just go to C and it will plan for you. So katakan want to edit in this area. The same technique, select the edge that you want to edit and click reshape and digitize according to the shape that you want and it will update to you. Okay, so Control C. So next is to fill the gaps. So I have this lompong-lompong over here. So I want to fill all the gaps. And the tools that I can use is align edge. Okay, you have to see how I do it. So click on the align edge and just double click 2, 3. And it will fix it for you. Okay, this is align edge. And last is, let's say that I want to update one feature based on the other feature. So let's say that I want to update this boundary according to the stream. So I will use this tool called align feature. Okay, so align feature. So let me just unselect the stream first. And we go to align feature. So select which boundary that we want to update. Okay, so this is the boundary that I want to update. And then I want it to be aligned to the stream. So I need to sketch the stream. Okay, so the boundary will be aligned with the stream that I sketched. And I can set the tolerance for example, 50 meter. So all the boundary that are 50 meter from my stream will be aligned. Okay, then click je align. So can you see the result? So it will align together. So you do not need to edit one by one. Okay, so done with editing in ArcGIS Pro. Kita ada 20 minit je, tak boleh nak tunjuk banyak-banyak kan? Okay, so we will proceed with creating a map layout in ArcGIS Pro. So to create layout in ArcGIS Pro is so simple. You just go to Insert tab and then New Layout and choose the paper size that you want. So for example, this is, I want to do for A4, for example. So basically, a map layout is composition of 1 or 2 map with the map elements that you have in map layout. So basically, when you go to map frame, it will list out all the data frame or all the maps that you have created in Pro. So you can just select which map that you want. Okay, so contohnya ni. Then you just resize it. And then let's say I want to add another map. Okay. So I can use up here extend indicator so that we can see which to link up these two map frame together. So if you go to extend indicator, let me just change the symbology so that we can see it. So merah and so this area is here in the map. And then to add all the maps element, you can just select it in this ribbon. So the ribbon is insert ribbon. Okay, so this is the legend. And then you can add wherever you want. And if you want to convert your map document to another format, you have to go to share ribbon and go to layout. And then choose the format that you want. Okay, so done with this. So next we will say about the license option that we have in ArcGIS Pro. So basically, by default, ArcGIS Pro will use a name user license type. So a name user license type is based on credential, means a username and password. Okay, it will not use an authorization number like ArcMap that are tied with a server or a computer. Okay, so basically, for every ArcGIS desktop license, you can add one member in your ArcGIS Online or in your portal for ArcGIS. Okay, and then once the member has been added in your organization, an administrator has to assign the license to you, the member, core with or without extension. So it's up to your license that you have. Okay, kalau ada extension adalah, kalau tak ada extension tak adalah. Okay, so and what will happen is that as a software user, so I'm the user, once a license has been assigned to me, I can sign in to ArcGIS Pro with my credential before. And remember, you cannot use ArcGIS Pro without being signed in. However, if you have signed in the first time, it will subsequently sign in you automatically by default. So sekali sahaja sign in, and then you can use it bila-bila you nak lah. Okay, so the latest version that we have for Pro is 2.2 now, and let's see the highlights on the new release. So basically in 2.2, you are able to play and analyze FME data that is geospatial enabled with one new extension in Pro we call as ArcGIS Image Analysis Extension. Okay, so this allow projection and display the video footprint and the sensor for this position in the map while the video plays. So bila video plays, you can see the footprint of the video and also the sensor position. Okay, so the second thing is slice. So what slice do is it can interactively reveal content behind or within the other content. So it can be used on the planner or in the volumetric shapes, and you can have this on your analysis ribbon. Okay, so you can also refer to these links to know more on new capabilities that we have in ArcGIS Pro 2.2 version. So as a wrap up, it is easy to get started or to switch from ArcMap to ArcGIS Pro. So for existing user, what you need is to familiarize with the tools and you will experience editing and creating map layout, even though other things easily in Pro. So make sure that your administrator has assigned the license to you and start to log into ArcGIS Pro, our future mapping. So I'm using ArcGIS Pro 2.2 and here map data in my demonstration. So these are the resources that I refer while I do this demonstration. And to increase the competency on using Pro, you can consider to attend these courses. And feel free to browse to our website to know more on training that we have from time to time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ili. So, do you have any questions? Ili has already shown us how to migrate from the ArcMap to ArcGIS Pro. So actually, can we export any of the project to ArcMap?
or from Pro to ArcMap. Okay, so basically you are able to import your MXD to Pro, but you're not able to export back the project file, the APRX file to MXD because the functionality is different. So you cannot convert back, but you can use both of it. Okay, so before Pusan pergi pada the second questions, or if she have questions for me, so basically ramai orang tanya on this. Let me just share on this one. Okay, ni mesti orang tanya. Will ArcGIS Pro replace ArcMap? Okay, so from this website, okay, so this is the answer. Okay. So I guess you are good to go, and thank you for your kind attention, and enjoy the rest of the time in our user conference. Thank you.